Hello class, welcome to Arjun English School. I hope you all are doing well. And today in 12th standard, chapter number 5, differentiation, I am going to start rule number 3 as well as rule number 4. In earlier class, we already completed rule number 1 and 2 as well as theory part. So now here rule number 3, that is rule of multiplication. So in examination they simply ask find out the derivatives for this. Here there is no mention that by which rule we have to calculate this sum because total 11 method. So it is not just only to solve the sum but as well as we have to understand about the how to identify the methods. Okay. So here if we want to apply the rule of multiplication, then you just have to check there are two functions and where between these two functions there is a sign of multiplication. Means between these two brackets there is a sign of multiplication. So we can say that here the rule of multiplication will be applied. And here you can see that again in rule of division between these two functions there is a relation of numerator as well as denominator. So here this function is in division. So we can say that here the rule of division will apply. If we want to compare between these two rules, then here it is a multiplication and here it is a division. Okay. So in exam, please check that which kind of relation between these functions that are provided, and thereafter you have to solve the sum. Here step 1 and step 2 are same in rule number 3 and rule number 4. That is, first of all, first function that we assume u and now we find du upon dx. Same way for second function we are assuming v and now find dv upon dx. Same way it applies to here in the rule of division. Now step 3, dy upon dx. So how we can find dy upon dx? There is a specific formula like dy upon dx is equals to u into dv upon dx plus v into du upon dx. This is the main formula for rule of multiplication. First of all, we have to write u and then it multiplies with dv upon dx and then the sign of positive plus. We have to write v and multiply with du upon dx. So this method is called rule of multiplication. Let us start one simple sum based upon this rule of multiplication. Here two functions given and between these two functions there is a sign of multiplication. So first function that we are like say step number 1, that is u. So we can say that u is equals to 3x square plus 4x minus 2. So this is the step number 1 that we call u. u is equals to 3x square plus 4x minus 2. And same way the opposite side, step number 2, that is v equals to second bracket 3x plus 2. Understood? For these two brackets, first function that we have applied u and for second function we applied v. Now if we want to find out du upon dx means derivative of d upon dx, and here for u means derivation of u. So now in last class as I have explained how to solve the derivative sums, here x has a power 2. So 2 multiplied with 3. I am directly writing the answer. 3 2s are 6. X raised to, here the power is 2. So 2 minus 1, that is 1. Plus, here there is only x. So instead of x, we can write 1. So 4 ones are 4. But here there is no x at all, and so it becomes 0. So now I am not writing 0. Once again, x has a power 2. So 2 multiplied with 3, it becomes 6. 6 into x, 6x, and power deducted by 1. So 2 minus 1, 1. Here there is only simple x. So instead of x, we can write 1. 4 ones are 4. And here 2, there is no value for 2. So it becomes 0. Same way, here dv upon dx means now derivation of value with. So here x is given. So 3 ones are 3 plus here 2. There is no x at all. So here it becomes 0 and therefore final is 3. That's it. Instead of x it is 1 and 3 ones are 3. So here you can say that du upon dx. Here you can say that dv upon dx. Step 1 and step 2. These two steps that we have completed. Now step number 3, that is the final answer. Step number 3, we are applying rule of multiplication where formula for dy upon dx is equals to u into dv upon dx plus v into dy upon dx. du upon dx, sorry. So now this is the main formula for that is called rule of multiplication, and now we have to write down the value according to this formula. First of all, here it is u. So instead of u, value is 3x squared plus 4x minus 2. This is the value of u. Thereafter, it is dv upon dx, and value of what dv upon dx it is 3. Got it? Now plus here it is v, so 3x plus 2 and it is multiplied by du upon dx means 6x plus 4. Understood? Once again, multiplication of these two values are here and multiplication of these two values are here, and between these two there is a sign of plus. Now here we are applying the rule of multiplication, and that's why multiplication of this, like 3 is multiplied with these full values. Let's say 3 into 3x squared, 3 into 4x and 3 into 2. So now 3 3s are 9x squared plus 3 4s are 12x, 3 2s are 6. And once again, here 3x multiplied by 6x, 3 6s are 18, and x and x it becomes x squared plus 3 4s are 12x plus 2 multiplied with 6x. So again it is 12x and 2 multiplied by 4, 2 4s are 8. So here there are two brackets, and so multiply 3x by 6x and 4 and 2 multiplied by 6x and 4. So now the final step is, here it is 9x square and anything having x square, 18x square. So here it is 9x square, here it is 18x square. So 9 plus 18, it becomes 27x square. Got it? And here it is 12x plus 12x plus 12x. So 12x plus 12x plus 12x, it becomes 36x. And finally, minus 6 plus 8, it becomes minus 6 plus 8, it becomes plus 2. So this is the final derivative answer for rule of multiplication. That is 27x square plus 36x plus 2. Okay. So now there is one another question, that is for rule of division. Same way, there are 3 steps: step 1, step 2 and step 3. First of all, step number 1. First function that we call u is equals to ax plus b. While second step, step number 2 is equals to v bx plus a. Now here there is a x, so value of x is equals to 1 in derivative, and that's why if derivative of du upon dx, then it becomes a into x, means a, because a multiplied by 1. While here there is no x, so it becomes 0, and I am not writing 0. So finally, du upon dx is equals to a. Same way, now derivative of v, dv upon dx is equals to, instead of x, its value is 1, so b, and if multiplied by 1, it becomes b, and here instead of a there is no value. So second step, dv upon dx is equals to b. Now third step, step number 3. Here we have applied the rule of multiplication, and now here step number 3, rule of division. Formula is dy upon dx is equals to v into du upon dx minus u into dv upon dx divided by v square. So final, this is the main formula for rule of division. Understood? Now if I am applying these values over here, instead of v, we can write dx plus a instead of du upon dx, it is a, means multiplication of these two, sign of negative. Instead of u, it is ax plus b, and instead of dv upon dx, it is b. So we can say that multiplication of these two, first multiplication of these two values, thereafter sign is negative, and multiplication of these two values divided by v square, value of v, that is bx plus a square. Understood? Here just simply there are two steps and we applied the value accordingly. Now here a multiplied by bx and a multiplied with a. Therefore a into bx it becomes abx and a multiplied by a is a square. Same way b multiplied by ax it is abx and b multiplied by b it becomes b square. Again a multiplied by bx abx, a multiplied by a square, whereas b multiplied by ax abx and b multiplied by b it becomes b square. But here the sign of negative that I entered into, then all the signs that become changes. So here it is positive, it becomes negative, again it becomes negative and divided by bx plus a whole square. Now you can simply check that here abx is positive, here abx is negative. So it would cancel. And finally a square plus b square divided by bx plus a whole square. So this is the final answer. So here we completed the rule of multiplication as well as rule of division, where you can see that there are three simple steps and we have to follow accordingly. Now there is rule number 5, that is chain rule. Rule number 5, that is chain rule. But this rule has been removed from your syllabus specific to this year, and that's why rule number 5 that we are not discussing about it. So rule number 1 definition rule and rule number 5 chain rule. So these two rules that they have removed, and so we will not discussing about it. So from the next class we are going further with the rule number 6. So now if you have any doubts up to rule number 5, then you can contact here. Thank you.